The fight against Viernes continues in chapter 151 of Fire Tail 100-year quest. Will Natsu be finally capable to defeat Viernes, or he will turn everything into gold?
With you till the day I die.
Hello and welcome back to Just Some Space Guy, but you can just call me Space G. The new Fire Tail 100-year quest chapter just came out, and I'm so excited! In the last chapter, Viernes just toyed with everyone, so I'm really excited to see what will Natsu accomplish against Viernes, and how will he even harm Viernes to begin with. The chapter starts off with a pretty laid-back cover page. Nothing what goes over the top, just a regular cover page. But this cover page is much more than meets the eye. If you look at the right corner of the prize board, you can see the word God being hidden. This could be a foreshadowing towards something. Pretty neat for a chill cover page. Natsu charges at Viernes being all fired up. After he heard what Lucy said about him having an advantage against Viernes, he got all fired up and ready to throw hands. And oh boy he does! Natsu ain't holding back. Natsu goes for an all-in fire talon on Viernes' arm. But as the previous attacks, it does nothing. Viernes is just built different. Literally, Viernes is so damn hard that basically nothing works on him. Like, what's wrong with Dragon Gods being so damn tanky all the time? Viernes kicks Natsu away like if he would be a pebble on the road. Viernes was already mad disrespectful last chapter. Seeing him continuing basically putting zero efforts into facing Team Natsu just makes his character seem like a massive asshole. But seems like the longer the fight goes, more serious Viernes is getting. Because right after he yeeted Natsu away, he came in with a stomp trying to crush Natsu under his feet. Like if Natsu would be a bug, but Natsu ate it. The goat tanked the attack full on. He held back the entire weight of Viernes, like the goat he is. Natsu is him. Then after evading the attack, Natsu started climbing Viernes like a roach. This chapter is really great, not just because of the action we are having, but because it has multiple references to older chapters and events. This isn't even the first time he held back the entire weight of a metal dragon before. During the Edolas arc, Natsu got stepped on by Dorma Anim, and he held its weight back in a similar way. That scene was truly epic. I just love this parallel. I bet this was totally intentional because Mashima and Ueda are just that type of person. Another parallel to an older event is the way Natsu climbed Viernes. It was pretty goofy, but it was something what Natsu already did before. During the Tenru Island arc, Natsu climbed Acnologia in a similar way. Back then Natsu was also struggling against the dragon, like they are currently, so it is a nice callback. Who knows, maybe it is a foreshadowing to something. However, unlike in the past when Natsu was way too weak to even leave a scratch on Acnologia, Natsuno is powerful enough to harm the Dragon Gods who are as powerful as Acnologia was. So he does a full-on demolishing strike into Viernes' mouth. We gotta give Natsu credit for creativity, because how in the hell did he came up with attacking a dragon's mouth from all the places? Natsu really said, "Eat this," and set Viernes' mouth on fire. That's some next level Carolina Reaper. But seems like Viernes can handle his spice level, because bro is unfazed. He took it like a champ, and followed it up with his own. He did a third Dragon Roar, but now far more destructive. The sheer power of Viernes' Dragon Roar drove past entire towns and forests, dwarfing them. The Dragon Roar was so powerful that the towns on the image looked like small dust particles. I had to zoom in just to notice them. Seems like the longer Viernes is awake, the more destructive he gets. The longer the fight continues, more serious Viernes is with his attacks. The last chapter he was just toying, but now he created an entire ravine stretching kilometers long. Natsu barely dodged that, but if it would have landed, he would have been gone. Not even Natsu would have survived the attack of that caliber straight on. With Viernes being so powerful, base Natsu stands no chance currently. Thankfully, the rest of the team had higher IQ than Natsu does and decided to forcibly enchant him with all of their magic power. Because if the fight would have continued and they would have trusted Natsu's potato brain, Viernes might would have taken the lives of thousands. He already barely missed multiple towns with his dragon roar. Few centimeters to the left or right and thousands would have perished. Natsu's own pride would have resulted in some serious casualties. And even after Natsu witnessed the destruction and barely dodged the dragon roar from Viernes, he was still stubborn about receiving the power boost. I can't describe enough how dumb Natsu was here. For the fuck's sake, Viernes is a dragon god, get it together! Unfortunately, Natsu couldn't even finish his complaining about receiving the power boost before Viernes smacked him so hard that he got buried underground. The last time Viernes hit Natsu, he just flew away a few meters. This time he got buried. Viernes didn't hold back as he did few pages ago. He gave Natsu a true one this time. I think Viernes starts slowly to be annoyed by Natsu, like Viernes didn't say a single word for 2 chapters straight. But from the increasing strength of his attacks, I can tell that he starts to have enough. But so does Natsu. Bro straight up flew out of the ground, all coated in flames, with so much force that he lifted Viernes up from the ground. And he is in full dragon force. Natsu ain't playing anymore. Things are heating up, literally. The full power punch from Dragon Force Natsu wasn't enough to crack the scales of Viernes. So with the power of flames of emotions, Natsu started to heat himself up more and more, putting as much power behind his flames as possible. He put so much power behind his flames that he slowly started to resemble Ignia rather than himself. All the heat and power Natsu put behind his punch finally resulted in a success. The gold scales on Viernes finally cracked. It took the magic power of everyone and the Dragon Force Natsu to finally break through Viernes. Bro is really built different. But just cracking the scales of Viernes isn't enough to defeat him. Natsu had to heat himself up even further and go full JoJo, bombarding the underside of Viernes. Natsu went full beast mode, nearly like if he would have gone berserk. The heat from his flames was so powerful that the trees Viernes turned into gold burned away. They didn't melt, they burned and crumbled apart in the wind created by the heat. Natsu is straight up a natural disaster. Just to melt gold, you need more than 1000 degrees in Celsius. And the trees weren't even next to Natsu, they were multiple meters from him. Just the heat released from Natsu was enough to burn up pure gold nearly 100 meters from Natsu. Natsu straight up unleashed the power of the sun on Viernes. Yet all these attacks, heat and Dragon Slayer magic was still not enough to take Viernes down. The chapter ends with Viernes finally revealing his eyes, taking a good look at his opponent, while his eyes glint. Viernes finally revealing his eyes might indicate that he might just get started. I know that I said this multiple times already, but Viernes not saying a single word through the entire fight isn't good. 2 chapters straight and Viernes being silent. He didn't talk or groaned when he took all the beating. Didn't even shake from the pain and the damage he received. Something is definitely wrong with Viernes. Is either still not taking the fight fully seriously, or something else might be the case. I have many theories regarding this, but I'll keep those for a different video. This chapter was raw fire. The entire chapter was just clean ass whooping. It was amazing. We got few callbacks to older chapters, while at the same time we seen what Viernes is capable of. We also seen Natsu unleash the power of the sun, going full beast mode. Mashima and Ueda were not just cooking with this chapter, they made a whole barbecue. I'm fully hyped about the next chapter because it will definitely go hard. But what do you think? Did you enjoy this chapter? please let me know in the comment section below. This was Space G, don't forget to subscribe and see you guys in space. Bye!